Colorado has become the first state to give terminally ill people access to experimental drugs that are not yet FDA approved. That legislation was designed by the Goldwater Institute. Lucy Caldwell with that institute joins us right now in New York. Lucy, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Let's see if I got this right. You are deemed terminally ill. So in Colorado, you can have your choice. I can take whatever drug, experimental or authorized or otherwise, that I want. Is that accurate?
The right to try legislation says that if a drug has passed basic FDA safety testing, phase 1, so we know it's safe, that if you want it, you can get it with your doctor and the cooperating drug company.
So it may not have been through the full phase of trials by the FDA, but it doesn't matter. I'm terminally ill, I want it, and I want it now, and you'll give it to me.
That's right.
But that's only drugs which are going in a testing process. And I'm thinking like heroin. I mean, if I'm in pain, I want multiple... I mean, forgive me for being crass here, but, you know, I want it.
Yeah. Well, that's
not... Will I get it? No, I mean, seriously.
Well, that's the heroin you can't get through the FDA or a pharmaceutical company. But these other drugs, right now we have this problem that it takes such a long time to get these drugs to market, over $1 billion and over a decade. But very quickly we know if a drug is safe or not after about 2 years. The patients we're talking about, they've exhausted all conventional options, and they just want to have the right to try.
Okay. Could they be deemed guinea pigs? After all, they're taking experimental drugs.
I don't think so at all, and let me tell you why. 1, we're talking about drugs that by the FDA's own admission are safe. 2, we're talking about patients who have no other options. And we're talking about a treatment plan that is going to be overseen by a doctor. Now, it's true that we don't know all of the side effects or precisely what the efficacy is, but there's a side effect I can guarantee if you don't get it, and that's death.
Obviously. Now, this is okay in Colorado, state rule, but the feds, Washington, D.C., they would say this is illegal because you can't deliver non-approved drugs to anybody. So they could sue to stop this, couldn't they?
Well, if they did that, the Goldwater Institute, we have a team of lawyers and we would certainly step in to defend the bill. But I hope they don't, because there are thousands of Americans who need access to these drugs now. We have 1 million Americans dying of terminal illness every year. So more delays for people who just want to get access to the treatment they need right now, that would be a crying shame.
You're telling me there's 1 million people who have been deemed terminally ill as of right now?
Yes, 1 million people will die this year of terminal illness. Is there a miracle cure in clinical trials for every one of those ailments? Of course not. But there are a lot of life-saving treatments that people want to access that they're locked from getting right now.
You've got it passed in Colorado.
Right.
Where else will it be voted upon?
Well, it's on the governor's desks in Louisiana and Missouri. It has just been introduced legislatively in Michigan, and it's going to go before voters in Arizona. And we are getting calls off the hook from lawmakers all around the country who want to bring this to their state. So we think this is going to sweep the nation.
Any idea where the drug makers stand on this?
Well, it's a mixed bag. A lot of them are kind of in a wait-and-see mode. Remember, this has been law for just over a week in Colorado, so they're trying to mobilize. This is such a paradigm shift. But I will say that we do know of several drug companies that are already working on getting to Colorado so that they can get in place to provide some of these treatments.
Okay. Lucy Caldwell, the Goldwater Institute. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.